this sucks to say because last podcast we were talking about how the groin is healed.
I know.
We got groin problems again.
Okay, he came a little too early. That's the problem here.
It's exactly right. And that's if you have a listen.
Last year, if you have
a groin injury, you got to wait.
Last year, Campbell came early. Look what happened there. Okay. Yep. Now Mrazek, he gets hurt in the second game of the season. Groin. Boom. What did we say? These things can linger. You can't trust a fucking pulled groin.
No,
cannot trust it. He came back. Early. He came back. He played one game. Mrazek won that Detroit game. He looked pretty good. Didn't look like the groin was bothering him. But then the following week at practice, he was like not on the ice and whatever. And then groin's flaring. It's flaring up. It's flaring up. Now, I can't.
It's flaring.
Yeah, it's flaring up. I don't know if he's where he's at with setting like whipping his clock, clock around.
Everybody's got to whip their clock.
But maybe he whipped it too quick and too hard. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe he used his foot.
That's a dangerous technique.
Yeah, some guys do that, especially Europeans. They really love to use their feet when they're whipping their clock, and
that's a problem. That's maybe a serious problem.
That is how you pull a groin.
Easy. That's how you pull a groin. Take it easy, Peter. Take it easy, buddy.
Peter, take it easy. Anyway, so we
get that groin healed up. But so, he's
and for anyone listening out there that has if you have a groin injury, let me give you one piece of advice.
Don't use your feet.
Don't use your feet. Number one, don't use your feet for anything, especially not whipping clocks. Two, if you're going to do anything that revolves the groin, don't do it too early. Just don't come early.
Look,
okay.
If anybody who listens to this podcast on a regular basis, if we've taught you anything, it's you don't want to come too soon. Okay. You never want to come too early. We can't reiterate this. We cannot stress this enough.
If you do anything,
you do not want to come too early.
If you do anything in your daily job or daily activities that involve the groin,
come late as possible.
Come as late as possible. If you have a groin injury, you don't want to come early. You want to put that off, come as late as you can, and then,
dude, Chad, it's not even Christmas. He's coming all over the place.
Oh yeah. He shouldn't even be here. But anyway, the man who is in the net, whose groin is looking dynamite.
Top notch groin here. Top notch groin. He must think about the work Jack Campbell must have did on his groin in the offseason to be doing what he's doing now. He wasn't using his fucking feet.
No, if he's whipping clocks, it's hands.
Oh my God.
No feet. No feet. But Jack Campbell, can we say anything about this guy? His numbers off the charts, like save percentage, goals against average, like top. He's going up against the best goalies in the league. Now, small sample size because he's only been a starter.
But the sample size is growing. That's what she said.
That's what she said. But the groin is healthy. Jack Campbell, he's going up on the list as one of the favorites on the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast.
Oh my God.
We can't get enough of this guy.
And neither can the fan base, apparently, because every time the guy makes a fucking save, whether it's a 10-beller or just a minor fucking covering the puck, like the fans are loving it. Have you seen the Leafs fan base get behind a goaltender like this so soon? Like, can you recall that ever happening? Like,
honestly, no.
Like the fans loved Cujo and they chanted Eddie when Belfour was here.
But they were established stars who came to Toronto. This is like a guy who we traded nothing for and got him as backup for Freddie Anderson. He stole Freddie Anderson's job. Freddie Anderson left, and like half the fan base was like, okay, well, we got Campbell.
You know what?
And now he comes in this season, and not only are they behind him, but everybody loves this guy. We want him to succeed.
What do you think it is? Because I have an opinion on it.
It's his attitude. Dude, when someone is that nice and that like tapping his players after every save, his interviews are always so positive and so upbeat. You watch the documentary, he took the loss the hardest to the Montreal Canadiens. How can you not love this guy? Like if this was your buddy on your team, he would be one of your favorite people.
I've never met the guy. I feel like he is my buddy. That's how incredible. Like, look,
it's hard to believe that he came early last year.
I know. I can't believe he came early last year
because now he's perfect timing.
Oh, fuck. The timing
every
is
game.
Every night. This guy is coming on time every fucking night.
Every night. The other guys slow to get out to slow starting or whatever. Not this guy.
Not Jack. Jack was ready for opening night. Coming all over the place.
He came on time.
Big time. He came everywhere. But look, honestly, you watch one post-game interview of Jack Campbell, and you're gonna fall. You can't help but fall in love with this guy. Okay. And I remember when he last season was going on the 8, 9, 10, 11 game winning streak, like setting the fucking all-time NHL record. He was sitting on the bench doing a post-game interview. Like, this is during COVID times, like when there's no fans. He's sitting on the bench doing post-game interview with Hockey Night in Canada, or whatever. And he's tearing up. He's getting emotional about it. Like, it fucking means something to him. Fans don't see that with a lot of these guys. And that's why I think he has just drawn an instant connection with the fan base. Like, man, this guy, he doesn't make a lot of money. He plays his heart out every fucking night. He gives a fucking shit. I don't know. That's what I think. Like,
also his road to get here.
It's sure.
Like, he went, it kind of reminds me of Roy Halladay with the Blue Jays. So Roy Halladay came up and he was drafted really high. Jack Campbell was 11th overall, which is really high. Super high. Roy Halladay came up to the Blue Jays and he was drafted really high, big prospect, didn't really work out, went all the way down to, I think, single A or double A ball. Jack Campbell was like that. Like, he went down to the minors. He couldn't really do it there. But they find their groove and they work so hard to get where he is right now. Like, I feel like he appreciates it. He wakes up every morning and says, fuck, man, I'm a starting goalie in the NHL. Not only a starting goalie, I'm starting goalie for one of the best teams in the NHL. Here I am. And he wants it. He wants to succeed. He wants to win. He wants to do better. And he'll do anything to keep it. He knows the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Oh, no, it's not. The grass is as green as it's ever going to get right fucking now.
He knows that. And I think he has a soft spot for Toronto because it's not just a stop in his career. This is where he got his shot. This is where it all came together. And I honestly believe he wants to bring a Stanley Cup home for the Toronto Maple Leafs and prove this is his chance to prove it's a fairy tale making,
dude. Jack is my boy. I love this guy. There's nothing he could do that would prevent me. I love this fucking guy. I love his attitude. I love everything about him. I love how fucking much he battles in fucking net every fucking night. I absolutely love this guy. But he's a UFA, okay? So what do? Do you let this play out? We'll move off of this real quick here, but just before we do you let this play out and you want to see more, like, into after Christmas and see where he's at, like, come the spring before you go to a bigger number? Where are you at with the contract on Jack Campbell?
Two things. One, I don't want to talk about it. Two, it's got to start at Peter Mrazek and higher. That's it.
Well, they might have to get out from that Mrazek deal, to be honest. Okay, so quickly then, before we move off, it's staying on the goalies. Okay, Mrazek.
I just don't want to talk about it because let's just enjoy Jack Campbell.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's just enjoy him this year, and we'll worry about it at the end of the year.
That's fair, but I would be very sad to see him leave. Very, very,
But maybe a part of him realizes that it's not about money. This is a guy who's gone up and down like a yo-yo from league to league.
Chad, if he keeps playing like this, you're gonna have to pay this fucking guy.
If he keeps playing like this, yeah, he could ask for the moon.
So look, Mrazek couldn't go tonight as the backup. They did not call up Hutchinson. They called up Joseph Woll, which I fucking loved to see that. I absolutely love, hey, Hutch is not our guy. Here's a guy, Joseph Woll, that maybe they do have to move off of Mrazek to sign Jack, and they go with a younger backup next year.
And you know what you have in Hutch. Like, let's try something that you may not know.
Exactly.
You have.
Hey everyone, Dale here. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. While you're here, why don't you take a look around at some of our other videos? And if you want to listen to the audio version of our podcast, we are available on all podcast platforms. You can check in the description below for links to our website and all our other social media. And if you want to support the podcast, you can do so by going to our Patreon page, and you can find a link to that as well. The Tip In Maple Leafs Podcast.